This should have been a vlog, let's be honest. Okay, this video is all over the place, but it's for good measure. In this video, I'm going to be sharing what it was like taking down my twists. It happened impromptu, which I'll explain in the video, but this is actually the double after. So after I took my twists out, after I had the twist out for a bit, then I washed my hair, and as I was getting ready to style, I realized I'm a little curious, and I decided to do another round of the twists, but with chunkier twists. This is kind of like I could take this out even quicker and faster because I'm probably gonna need my hair out soon again. And these are the results, which is far more thinner. It doesn't hit quite as much, but it is an option. And I also do not have the pomade in or anything like that. I just have one singular product, Goddess Strength True Stretch Defining Cream. I just wanted something quick because this is not I'm doing the protective style and I want it to stay for a while. These are for the times where I know I'm going to be taking my hair out in about a day or so, and I just don't want to do all the work of the parts and slicking my hair down when I know that I'm going to be taking that work out quickly. This is the in-between. As you can see, I'm going to get close. There's some frizz. It's just not slicked down as much, but it still does the job. So we've got the truly slicked down protective style. We have this for the in-between, and it's just kind of really just to have my hair just dry, and then I'm gonna take it out. And then we have my hair in the twist out. Just know that the style isn't going to last as long. Like, I know in about 2 days, I'm gonna be a frizz monster, and I'm definitely going to be taking this out. My hair is still wet, by the way. I washed it literally yesterday. So you just need a little something, something. This is your other option. All right, let's get into the video. Look at that minimal frizz. So as luck would have it, a casting comes through. My hair is curly in the photos I submitted, so now I will need to take my twists out. You know what? It happens, but I got a solid 2 weeks in with this most recently after I filmed that video, which is always a jinx because this is my third time, like I said, going through my twists. All was good. And then it's like the minute I upload it and I'm like, hey everyone, here's my style. This is what I'm gonna be wearing. It's like, just kidding, you're gonna be taking that out. So this is what my hair looks like again after 2 weeks. This is what we're working with. And once again, let me just say, look at that minimal frizz. I'd say it actually looks better off this time. I have actually been working out every single day. And what I mean is my walking pad. If you know, you know. Lots of sweat, all that kind of stuff. But I think that this is gonna be possible to turn into my twist out. And I think I can get maybe a day or two more out of it once it's out in its curly state, or I know for a fact that I'm going to aim for that because now that my hair will be outside of the twist, you know, we've got buns, we've got slick back ponytails if the twist outs don't work, we've got scarves, you know, we always have things on hand to stretch that style. I can be straight up, we have frizz on the actual strands, of course, that's to be expected because there's a lot of friction with my bonnet and scarves. Oh, I also want to share, I was using my scarves to sleep at night versus my bonnet. When I have my bonnet on and I have my hair, my twists, like I just leave it as is. I don't wrap my twists. For, I guess, less friction, I went with my scarf because, I don't know, in my head, my scarf like aligns my hair more into place versus my bonnet is just like out and about. That's another tip that I kind of do, is that I prefer to actually sleep with a scarf so that my hair is kind of basically, in theory, laying like this while I sleep, whereas a bonnet, it could be like just moving about all over the place. Yeah, so I'm going to take these out. It's been fun. I feel like I definitely could have gotten a couple more days in. You know, I like to stretch it out, but this is what we're gonna do. They feel pretty moisturized, which is great, but I have some water. The only strategy I have is to, of course, not rush this. And if you know me, like I always say, I try to get in and get out when it comes to my hair, but I am gonna take my time and be delicate about it because we have braids at the roots, remember? So that's the big change. So as I'm unraveling, I'm going to take note of how I'm separating so that I don't create more frizz. I'm sure there's going to be some frizz, but again, I have so much hair that I think it's just gonna mix in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and unravel. I usually just slick my hand through, but I'm trying to be more gentle about it. I'm going to let the curls naturally separate, and I'm not a perfectionist, so sometimes I switched how even the hair was, so we do have some separating going on, but I'm just gonna take my time. I have high hopes. I think this is going to be a really great moisturized twist out. So that was one. We're on our way. The best part is that you're taking out a twist, not a braid out, so I only have about a 1/2 inch's work that I need to be gentle about, but even just taking out that one, it's like my hair does feel really, really, really nice, really moisturized because it's been locked in for the past 2 weeks or so. The only things that are difficult are these super tiny ones. See, that's the best case scenario where it just unravels all the way up with ease. I'm actually being really conscious about using the pads of my hands, and when I need to, I can obviously use my nail to pull through, but just to create as little of friction as possible and to really feel where the curls are naturally wanting to separate. I do have the ability to just do this all again now that I know what I'm doing. Okay, so I took out the back, as you can see, and I was just noticing, I forgot to mention the products that I put in my hair was the Miche anti-humidity gel, and then I put the Murray's pomade, which I think most people would remember that. But I was wondering, I was like, wow, my hair is super defined given that it's been some time. Like, of course, the twists stay in longer, but I think also the fact that it's the Miche anti-humidity gel, which I love, but I've never actually used it on my twist outs. I always just use it for a wash and go. It's so wild to say that because I never had a successful wash and go until I used that product. It's literally the only thing that works for me. So now to actually see that it's good for my twists as well is like, okay, you out here doing the thing. So now let's move to the front. And also I want to say this does not take me a long time at all. Whereas when I was installing these, if you want to be fancy, that took me like 2+ hours. Taking them down is just far more easier, which I absolutely love because again, this is kind of something that's in a pinch because I need to film this stuff today and I will actually get the opportunity to do that. I haven't needed to use water. I haven't needed to use detangler because I'm not actually detangling. Once again, I'm just unraveling here. And then I want to see at the end if I need to take anything and add some product. So just so you could see what I'm doing up close, I'm just using the pads of my hands to unravel the braid and then just kind of following where the curl is going down, and then I just separate. And that's it. Okay, we're halfway there. Or actually, honestly, no, we're halfway. I was gonna say 75%, but that's not true. This is already looking so great. I'm extremely happy. I haven't seen my hair what feels like in 2 months, so I'm just like, oh wow, look at it. I definitely need a cut, trim, all the things. I think it's been 2 years since I got my hair cut. Y'all know. The longest was 4 years and then it was down to 2, and I don't know where I am now on the journey. Time flies when you're not at the hair salon, okay? It's honestly giving layers. Do I remember that occurring? Barely. I don't know. But anyway, I am halfway there. I did do the back as we saw before, but I just have this section left here. At the halfway mark, it is super easy to take this down. So if you get into a pinch and you need to take your hair out immediately, have no fear, that is totally possible. If you're taking your hair down just because you want to go wash it and you don't want to do the whole washing and the twist thing, it's going to be an easy process for you. Someone was asking in my comments about the pomade washing out easily, and it does. And what I was trying to get at is that when I go in to wash my hair, I don't know if you saw in the last video, but the way that my hair looked after the wash, where it was just like a mountain of frizz, was because I get my hands in and under and I'm scrub-a-dub-dubbing to make sure that all the product, all the buildup, everything over that time that I had my hair, my twists, is coming out. I do a double shampoo and then I go in with the conditioner. I finally got my shampoo back in stock, the one that really helps if you have dry scalp. It was gone for a little bit and I'm like, did y'all sell it out? Because I couldn't get it for quite a while, but it finally came back in stock and I grabbed it. The Vanicream Dandruff Shampoo. We're in the home stretch and I just want to say, if you're not someone that is incredibly active or your scalp doesn't get irritated as much, you'll be able to last longer with these styles. Those are the two things that work against me and why I haven't gone more than 2 weeks, or I can kind of tell like we got to stop at the 2-week mark. It just so happened that this one is because I need my hair out like right now. Hopefully one day my scalp will be in check and I'll be able to last a bit longer. Oh my gosh, I have not seen my hair curly. Wait, where was the next time Oh, okay. Here, what is this? In May. That's the last time I've seen my hair in curls. So it's July now. So that's what I mean, where I'm like, I said goodbye for a bit. And again, it's kind of like going and getting your hair braided at the salon where you're like, I'm in a protective style and I'm in it for a bit. So I basically did that for what I consider $0.00. So you too can skip the salon if you're trying to save money and do some protective styles on your own. And if you use products like the pomade and the technique with the braiding and all of that, you can get a really sleek style. I'm super happy that a lot of y'all are really enjoying that last video, or you already have been doing it, or you did it once and now you're like, maybe I should do it again. Like you kind of like go in and out, ebb and flow. That is the whole point of that. Just whatever I can do to make everyone's lives easier, especially when it comes to our hair, especially when it comes to the summer, because honestly, continuous protective styling, all of that does help with growth and, you know, keeping your hair healthy. So now I'm back over here, and I guess I did get layers. I don't know. I really like the definition that I have. It's just, again, these are leftover from a 2-week-old twist, but it's giving what needs to be given. Anyways, there we go. In terms of product, I feel like I should not be putting product. Can you see you're not gonna be able to see on my hands, but there's moisture. I think we are thoroughly moisturized. If anything, I may, like tomorrow, put something on my ends. That is the transition from our beloved 2-strand twists that are super flat, frizz-free, back into a twist out. And I hope this video was helpful. Let's have a conversation as always down below. If you have any more tips and tricks, share it with the community. Thank y'all as always for watching, and I will see you in the next one.